Hey, everybody, welcome to the America Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal, who is currently suffering from a little bit of food poisoning because of giving the benefit of the doubt to some chicken Alfredo that got set out overnight. So let's keep this rolling and not let me have time to think about how close I am to soiling myself or puking. And if I sweat more than usual, that's why, just so you know. But as always, this is just an open chat where you all get to decide what we talk about, ask whatever question you want to ask, suggest whatever topic you want to suggest. It is up to you. I'll do my best to answer them. Now, but keep in mind, if I can't answer it, there's people over here in the live chat that maybe they can. So feel free to weigh in, pay attention to the live chat, participate in the live chat, build some camaraderie, make some friends, learn some things, share some info. I always like to start off the chat with reading the names of people that have ordered merchandise over the last 24 hours. And we actually got a couple people today. We got Chris Fulmer. He bought some magnets. I haven't sold any magnets in a while. Joseph Rabber got one of the Guns Don't Kill People, the government does t-shirts, which is a good idea to get those now because I don't know how much longer they're going to last. And John Rustemeyer, he got a bear and rabbit business dad hat. Oh, that's the first I think I've sold of those. The bear and rabbit business, I think I've sold a couple shirts or something, but I don't think I sold a hat. That's the bear and the rabbit does. The bear and the rabbit are taking shit in the woods, and the bear turns to the rabbit and says, "Do you ever have a problem with shit sticking to your fur?" And the rabbit says no. So the bear picks him up and wipes his ass with him. But in mine, the rabbit has a pistol, so it doesn't happen because you see the bear reaching for him, and the rabbit's like, I gotta get it. So for those that didn't get it, that's why that is. One of the best dad jokes ever. A lot of people don't get it. But that's it for the orders. Thanks to those people for ordering, because that does go support TYMP. If you want to help support TYMP, well, go buy some merch. Well, I'm not wearing anything you can buy today. The Peekapoo design has gone away. I got a copyright strike on that. So, but go over and order something. Go Shadow or Welper just put the link in the chat there, so you can go run over. You can also go over to TYMP. Where it says right here, and over there you can become a Patreon member and support Pets and Vets. You can become a Subscribe Star member and support either one, depending on which either Pets and Vets or TYMP, whichever tier you choose is based on that. Or you can go buy merchandise and support TYMP. You can also donate one-offs over there, enter giveaways, which I need to put that up on the website. I keep forgetting. And you can also register to become a recipient of TYMP. Now, keep in mind, you got to follow the rules. You got to nominate yourself. You got to not own a gun. You got to want to be able to exercise your Second Amendment rights. But for one reason or another, you can't afford to. This is so that everybody can defend their home, their family, etc., regardless of how much money they have. So if you qualify, go sign up. We haven't had hardly anybody signing up the last month, so go over and sign up if you think you qualify. But with that being said, let's get to the questions, see if there's anything coming in over here. All right. What is today? Today is the 18th. We got Dale Rickety. Well, we got Glenn Herron paid his monthly tithes to Phil over there. He does it through YouTube every month. I didn't say anything, though. Dale Rickety says, "All hail Phil," and I got nothing. We got something. You got an entry into the silver bullet drawing. So you did get something. That there's an order. We got Jason Thompson chiming in saying, I sent you more emails. I saw that, and I am not making that t-shirt. You can go to the mall and get it made. Leave me out of the crazy stuff. Nasty. Sean Bain chimed in. He got a couple entries. Or he got 3 entries. No, wait, how many? Yeah, that's 3 entries into the stock drawing. Had an unplanned half day at work, went to the range to get time, rented a 10 millimeter. The recoil wasn't as bad as I thought. Most are out of my price range now. They are pricey. They're not really cheap. I will say that. Not a lot of cheap 10 millimeters, but it's worth it. They're probably the best semi-automatic caliber you can get as far as being usable and being able to have capacity and having the power to get things done, but still being controllable. They're awesome. They have a bad reputation of being high recoiling because people want to pretend that they're 357 Magnums. In most cases, they are not 350. It's not like shooting a hot 357 Magnum. Also, people have heard horror stories of, well, the FBI had to give them up because they were too rough for the officers. That's because they got a lot of little pencil-necked pencil pushers that can't handle it because they're dainty little wrists, and they also got a lot of female agents that can't handle it. So that's why they went away with it. It wasn't that the gun was too much; it's their officers aren't enough. You know what? If you know what I mean. That was Sean Bain. Then we got John Heasley. John Heasley is our last one chiming in here, which is going to put us out of questions here. I'm going to win. You didn't do the knife drawing last night. Oh, I didn't either. I will do it tonight. We'll do the drawing tonight. Well, actually, we do 2 drawings tonight for knives. So stick around. If you get an entry tonight for the stock drawing, you'll also be registered to win one of the Tough from Cold Steels. This is the serrated blade one. I'm going to give 2 away tonight. Well, one will be from people who donated yesterday, and one will be for people who donate today. So I'll do both drawings tonight at the end. So if you want to get entered into that, go over and get entered into the stock drawing. The stock drawing, all you got to do is donate $10 to Pets and Vets, and you're entered into the drawing. All right. Let's see. Did I read what he said? Oh, yeah. He just said we didn't do the knife drawing last night. Well, that looks like that's all the questions over on. No, wait. Johnny Mandrick chimed in. Johnny Mandrick chimed in and said, food poisoning or Phil poisoning? Oh, I can't blame this one on Phil because he didn't tell me to eat the food. He didn't say, hey, eat that chicken. It's good. I promise. He didn't have nothing to do with it. In fact, he just looked at me funny after I did it. He doesn't have any sympathy for me. Let's just say that. No sympathy. Okay. Whew. See, about out of questions, and I am not going to be sticking around if we don't have them because where are we at? Someone sent me an email. I'm checking for emails right now that aren't nasty graphics that someone wants me to make a t-shirt out of. All right. Kyle Lejeune sent me an email and just said, just wanted to let you know I'll be picking up my new old milsurp this Friday for my FFL 1941 M91 Italian Carcano Cavalry carbine in 6.5 Carcano. I thought you might be happy for me. No, I think you're a bitch, to be honest, because I ain't getting nothing new. So why should you get something new? So I guess fuck you, rotten hell is how I really feel about it. I do want to see when anybody gets a new gun, especially if you already got it. I want to see pictures. We all love to live vicariously through everybody else, but I am going to say you're a cunt if you got something and I didn't. So be prepared. I am not magnanimous. I've never claimed to be. So do not be prepared for that. Do not think that's going to happen. Let's see here. What was the other email we had coming in? I thought I saw another. Oh, the dog store. Here we go. Hold on. There's the only other email we got. Who sent this? Frank Rodriguez. My niece's last name is Rodriguez now. She's got the cutest little mixed race baby. All of her kids are mixed race. First 2 are half black, half white. The second one is, I guess he's half Mexican, half white, but their daddy looked like he's Mexican and black, like he's Latino or something. I'm not 100% sure, but adorable little baby, which is good because her first kid, the girl is adorable. The girl is a beautiful little girl. The boy a little funny looking. Luckily, he's got a pretty good personality because he's going to need it because he's a little bit on the funny looking side. But you know. But Frank Rodriguez says, Yankee, check out this story. A tiny stray dog joined a marathon runner on a race through the desert and stayed with him the whole time. He ended up adopting her. Oh, isn't that cute? She looks like she's a puggle. Looks like he got himself a puggle. Don't that look like a puggle? Is it just me, or does that look like a puggle? Looks like a puggle to me. Let's see here. Eagle waiting for small dog to come out. I hope he's not waiting for a small dog. I hope he gets a rabbit or something. Oops, that's the wrong button. Present. This is from Go Shadow. We occasionally will get an eagle landing on our back deck. We got lots of bald eagles out here. Bunches of them. They circle up here all the time. Fly through. The crows. The ravens do try to chase them off most of the time, but there's one right outside his window there looking at him. One of them shit on Caden's car the other day. He got shit on by a bald eagle. And talk about a big thing of shit. An owl shit on mine one day out there. We got a couple of really big owls around here. And I'm like, something's on my windshield wipers. What is it? It's a big fucking owl pellet where he had gotten himself a mouse. And I was just like, oh, don't shit your owl pellets on my car. That's rude. I swear to God, some birds that have got no sense of dignity. Chrissy Jones chimed in and said, Hail Phil, can you convince Minuteman to make options with the Lehigh Defense bullets? Also, have you seen the HKCC-9? I have seen the HKCC-9. I'm not sure what to think of it, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't float my boat or tickle my fancy, but other people probably would like it. But I don't think they'll make bullets with Lehigh, to be honest. I don't think that's their thing. You know, the super fast, lightweight bullets. I would rather see them make some stuff with like Underwood bullets, etc. Some solid coppers. I mean, those are solid too, but they're very hollowed out. You know, so there's not a whole lot of metal, so they're very light and they move very fast. They fracture a lot on impact. I'd rather just have some like really nice solid copper rounds reloaded. But I don't think they're ready to branch out into that yet, because you got to remember, anything they branch out into, they got to do all the research and development, the testing, and all this other stuff, since they're doing their own loads. So it's a lot of money and investment and work every time they put up forward a new caliber or a new loading. So they got to know it's going to be something that's popular. And I don't think a lot of the people who buy the mass amounts of ammo, you know, like the big 200 box ammo, want to pay, you know, even if it's just a few dollars more for the solid copper ammos and the specialty bullets. So they haven't been doing that. All right, we only got a couple questions over here in the live chat. Let's see, how far up can I go? How old is that photograph for the thumbnail on the most fun guns to shoot? Oh, I don't know. Looks like it's right current, don't you think? I don't see a difference between then and now. I never have opened my drink. I'm going to open my drink. I don't know if I'm going to stay long enough to drink it, but I'm going to try. Unless we get questions coming in, I ain't staying long enough to drink it. But I'm going to pour it because I've got to have something to drink to keep the bile down and to keep the vomit taste out of my mouth. I'm out of my water. Been drinking water. That tells you how bad I feel. Drinking water. Don't like water. Fish fucking that shit. It's gross. That's like drinking hot tub water after a bunch of old geriatrics had their little swingers party in it. I don't think I'm into that. It's difficult for me to pay attention to this chat while I'm texting a new woman. Which one should I choose? Wait, which one should you choose? Which woman? I don't know. Is one of them rich? Choose the rich one, especially if they're old and sickly. But yeah, I choose the one, whoever has the most money. And if I got the same amount of money, I guess, go with whichever one has the smaller boobs. Because I'll tell you right now, all big boobs end up in the long run as varicose veins, and that's not a good thing. So go with the more realistic boob-sized one. But first influence is money. That's the main issue. Some floozy named Bonnie Blue has been permanently banned from OnlyFans for attempting to perform a sex act on animals at a petting zoo. OnlyFans has standards. Well, yeah, don't do illegal shit. You don't mess with minors or animals, or I don't know what else I can't do, but there's just limits. I mean, there's certain things people don't want to see. Well, I mean, some people want to see it, but you don't cater to the sickos. Well, unless you're a gun channel, they cater to the sickos all the time. Different kind of sicko, but speaking of knives, have you mailed any of them? No, I haven't. I need to get. I'm waiting to finish the stock. Once I get the stock finished, I'll have time to go mail stuff. Two possible outcomes for the cross between a skinwalker and a werewolf are offspring that are either permanently in human form or wolf form. Well, I'm sure there's lots of different alternatives. But a werewolf, isn't that a skinwalker? I mean, isn't that just a term Native Americans used for werewolves to explain them? I don't think it's its own separate thing. I think it's just, a primitive species of people trying to explain what a werewolf is, trying to make it make sense to their own primitive knowledge. Could be wrong, but I don't know. Puggles are baby platypuses. That was a dog by look at. No, Puggles are a breed of dog too. They're pug and beagle mix, and they're very cute. They look like that dog. Look very much like that dog. If you've never seen a Puggle, hello, Thriller Action. Okay, where are they at? What's your opinion on the current production Smith & Wesson? It was what? There's a whole bunch of Smith & Wessons. And I like some of their guns, and some of their guns I don't. Like, I don't like M&Ps, but I love 686s and 29s and 629s and things like that. I'm not the biggest fan of Smith & Wesson's semi-automatic guns. I'll just say that. I do love their revolvers. But if I'm going to buy a semi-automatic, I'm probably going somewhere other than Smith & Wesson. I'm going to go to Beretta or to SIG or to CZ. But when it comes to revolvers, they're right up there. Now, Colt is a little bit above them as far as my personal tastes, because I like the triggers better on those. But otherwise, it depends on what gun you're talking about. War Dog just said my name. I don't know why he did that. Thought of another bag Elberstock fade flex. What? Thought of another bag Elberstock fade flex. I don't know what he's talking about. Can you make a magnet with milsurp? Talking about shit about modern guns, I'd buy one. So yeah, so I need to go sit down, spend all night drawing a design, and then putting together merchandise. So one person will buy one magnet. I swear. Some people. I want the world. If other people would buy it, I would buy it. I don't think anybody else buy it. Louis the river otter escaped from a zoo in Wisconsin and he never returned. Louis actually grew up in the wild, so he could be fine. Could be somewhere fine right now. You never know. That doesn't mean they're dead just because they went out. Let me check our chats. Make sure we're still all caught up, because that looks like that might be it for today. We're all caught up over here. We haven't been getting a lot of participation in the chats lately. And I've told everybody we'll keep doing daily chats for as long as we can get enough questions to keep things rolling. Once we can't, we will stop doing daily chats. That's how I'm compromising with the people who want them every day. As long as we get enough participation, I will do them. I will be here. When it gets to where I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs and flicking my dick, I'm not going to stay here and do that. So, we got another question coming in here. A U.S. bankruptcy trustee is suing Alex Jones for hiding money that he owes the Sandy Hook family. Jones says he can't live on less than $900,000 per month. Yeah, you can live on a lot less than that. Trust me. You can live on 1/10 of that a year easily. A fifth of it a year, a fifth of it you can live on, not well, but 90,000 a year, you can live on it. You might not have a fancy life, but you could live on it. 900,000 a year. If I had 900,000 every year, those people who say I can't live on less than 900,000, you mean you can't maintain the lifestyle you've had and maintain the things you've been doing up till now on less than 900,000 a month. And that's the whole thing. You defamed people, you damaged people. Now you don't get to lead the lifestyle you got used to. That's your punishment. So you don't get to keep, you give everything that they won to them. You don't get to say, well, I would pay them the money I owe them from a lawsuit, but it would hurt my lifestyle. Well, tough shit. You shouldn't have harmed someone. That's like saying, well, I would use my insurance to pay for your car where I rammed into you, but that would raise my rates and I can't afford that. That's not your choice. That's what you pay. Not going to do a sperm shirt with a picture of your head on top of the tail, saying the earliest picture of you. No, I'm not doing no sperm shirts of any type, period, for nobody. An emo rock band called Red Jumpsuit Apparatus has banned all Trump supporters from attending their shows. I've never even heard or seen of that band. Well, that's the whole point. They're trying. Now you have. See how that works? Now you've heard of them. And you've probably looked them up online. So they got hits on their videos and stuff like that. So a lot of people probably did. So, yeah, crazy. I should stand right now and say, I will never have Trump as a guest on my channel. He is banned. He's banned from being on my channel. And so is Tucker Carlson. He's banned from being on my channel. The Pope is banned. Not coming on this channel. Period. So that's just the way it is. If you don't like it, you can lump it. But that looks like that's pretty much it for today. Did we make it to a half hour? Not even close. I did the last call, didn't I, for questions? Yes. I'll do a last call for questions. And then if we don't get any, we'll go ahead and sign off and go do the knife drawing. But as of right now, last call for questions. So weigh in if you got anything. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and start my spiel here and say thanks, everybody, for showing up. Thanks those of you that actually participated in the conversation. Thanks those of you that actually got entries into like the stock drawing, etc. Like I said, I got it painted. I just got to finish stripping it and then reseal it. I even got the signature on there today. So it is ready to be finished up. And then we will move on to the next one. Remember, I have asked people to help me decide what we're going to do next. So if you can, go over. I'll put something on the website tonight, and I will. I'm trying to think something. I did a video today where you can go over and weigh in. So feel free to do that. But otherwise, thanks everybody for coming. I will see you all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe till I'll see you again. Hey everybody, Yankee here. Before we go, I just want to take a second to remind everyone that this channel is 100% viewer funded. We don't take a penny from advertisers, retailers. We don't take money from political organizations. There's no one telling me what I need to tell you. Everything that we do is done through the generosity of our viewers, either buying merchandise or becoming a patron or a Subscribe Star member. You're all the ones that support Pets and Vets and TYMP. And that's the reason I can stay true to myself and loyal only to the people who watch my channel. And I can spend my time talking about what I want to talk about, telling what I think needs to be said, and giving you my uncensored take on things I think you need to hear. So if you'd like to help keep things that way, please support the channel by becoming a patron, a Subscribe Star supporter, or just going over to my web store and buying some merch. The links are all in the upper corner of this video.